Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and I hope you guys are doing well today. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a time capsule. And what this means is I came up with 25 questions to ask myself for when I turn 25 years old. I'm going to be reading these questions and answering them now. And in 7 years, whenever I turn 25, I'm going to come back to this video and I'm going to react to the questions and answer them. Really excited for this video. I think it'll be really fun. Some of these questions are deep and personal, but there's some that are also pretty lighthearted. So we're getting a good mix. 25-year-old me who's watching this, I'm officially looking right at you and I'm talking right to you. You better be ready to answer these questions. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. The first question that I have is, are you settled into a career? And if so, are you passionate about your career? Right now, I don't even think I know if I have a dream career. Whenever I was 5, the first thing that I said I wanted to do was to be a doctor. Being a doctor is something that you really have to have a lot of mental endurance for, with all the education that you have to do, the debt that you're probably going to go into. It's something that you have to have a really good calling for. I don't know if I have that still for medicine. I know that I definitely have dreams. I don't necessarily know if I have a dream job. Number 2 is, are you still a super private person? I am a very, very private person. I'm really big on the notion of moving in silence. There's a security that comes with knowing things about yourself that only you know, and having those things be safe with you. Whenever you tell people something very personal about yourself, it's not really yours anymore. You've given it to that person and that person can do whatever they want with that information. Third question that I have for myself is, have you come to terms or made peace with mistakes you've made in the past? My biggest regret was not taking advantage of being young. This regret really hit me in the face whenever I turned 17. That was my last year being a minor, also my last year of high school. Thinking about all the things that I had dreamed about and all the things that I was too scared to pursue, I really found myself regretting not taking advantage of those things. I found myself regretting not applying myself as much as I could have. I don't think I'll still be hung up on that regret. As a young adult, I hope to pursue and chase after anything that I want. Fourth question is, are you a clean person now? I recently came to recognize the difference between being filthy and being dirty. I used to be filthy. Last year, I made that shift from being filthy to being dirty. I was still messy, but I definitely wouldn't describe myself as filthy because I've seen filthy before. I think it's safe to say that I crossed that hurdle and I've lived that life. I actually am becoming a cleaner person. I'm not perfectly clean, but I've definitely been noticing some progress. I would say that I'm reasonably clean. Number 5 is, what is your biggest character flaw? My unwillingness to be confrontational and set boundaries. And the funny thing is this, I was not always a people pleaser. Whenever I was in elementary school, I would be high-pitched screaming at people. I was very good at establishing boundaries against people. When I got older and approached that age where I was just yearning for acceptance, it seemed like people would really shift when they came around me. I also did get criticized a lot as a child. That really caused me to reach chronic people-pleasing status. I can't even set a simple boundary, and it's kind of a problem. It is a huge problem for me. The 6th question is, what comes to your mind when you really dwell on the word death? We are getting real morbid. Early death is one of my biggest fears. When I was 11, I really thought I was gonna die. I had no health issues. I had nothing wrong with me, but I really thought I was going to die. My fear of death also does impact a lot of other areas. It's the reason why I haven't gotten my driver's license. It's the reason why I will be high-pitched screaming and freaking out sitting in the back seat of a car that somebody else is driving. Before I filmed this video, I was thinking, what if I end up dying before I turn 25? That thought really came up. Everybody dies at some point, but it's something that seems like a distant reality. I had this very chilling moment where I really started dwelling on the fact that I really am going to know what it's like to die, and there's absolutely no escaping it at all. I'm going to eventually experience what death is like. Going a little lighter from that, number 7 is, has your favorite food changed? Y'all, I'm playing right into the black stereotype. I came out the womb being a fried chicken worshiper. Every single time I go out, it's chicken wings and fries. I don't care if it's a seafood place, an ice cream place, salad place, whatever type of place it is. I don't care. I don't care. Number 8 is, have you encountered a situation when you've severely compromised yourself and your morals? I never did anything extreme, but I was about to let somebody known to be a delinquent borrow my phone for an extended period of time. Thinking about that kind of scares me. Number 9 is, how much differently do you look now? I don't even feel like I look drastically different. All the changes in my appearance have all been very gradual. I don't see myself getting any tattoos, any piercings. I definitely don't see myself getting plastic surgery. I don't know what it is, but the thought of me looking drastically different is kind of freaking me out, so we're not going to talk about that. Number 10 is, are you more attractive for a male? Here's my take on this. I don't see myself as ugly, but I don't really see myself as super attractive either. I'm really not saying that in a self-deprecating way, because I know I'm not ugly, but I know people are not watching this video and thinking, oh, he's fine. And I'm totally comfortable with that. I'm really comfortable for the most part with how I look. One thing that I'm really into is making the healthiest choices possible, grooming yourself and taking care of yourself without idolizing an idea of your appearance that you want to achieve. Number 11 is, what is one thing from your teen years that you've completely detached from and let go of? If I do let go of my stuffed animals, it'll be against my will. Number 12 is, what is one thing that's happened in your life that teenage me would be completely floored about? If I ever got a dog not against my will and I actually liked the dog, I would be pretty shocked, because I came out the womb having a complete disdain and aversion towards dogs. If I ever got a tattoo, piercings, or cosmetic surgery, I would be completely surprised about that too. If I had a kid by 25, that would be very surprising. 13 is, are you a really emotional person? I naturally was an emotional person. I cried about everything. I cried so much that I legit got in trouble for crying. There was one time where I peed all over the bathroom floor and I just started crying about it. And I realized that I spend so much time basking in my sadness, and for what reason? I don't cry nearly as much as I used to. I actually cry pretty rarely, and it's okay to be emotional. People are not supposed to be robots. We're supposed to have emotions. Number 15 is, what is the most drastic way your priorities shifted and evolved? Being more disciplined, that's something that I have been working on, but I just now started seeing success as an 18-year-old. Number 16 is, do you have friends? Throughout my high school years, I was a complete loner. I think that also played into why I wanted to be accepted by people. I've really become comfortable with my own space and really getting a clear and uninfluenced idea of who I am as a person. But I do know that you can't live your life being isolated from others. Eventually, you do need to make connections with people. I don't really feel like I've ever had super meaningful friendships. I was always that person that people would talk to whenever they really didn't have anybody else to talk to. I did have one really good friend who I met in elementary school. They're actually somebody who I still do keep loose contact with. 17 is, what experience in your young adult years so far has completely shifted and shaped your perspective? Only you can answer that, me from the future. Number 18 is, have you made peace with past turmoil? So I'm not gonna act like my life has been horrible. Experiences that I've had dating all the way back to whenever I was 9 years old. Recently, I started to notice the psychological effects of that turmoil and just how damaging little things from the past can be to you as an almost adult. The first step is acknowledging that you are still hurt by things, even if they did happen a while ago. So that's been pretty constructive. Number 19 is, are you any more open to marriage and having kids? We're about to get real deep. Me having sex and being in a relationship, it's not really something that I desire. I'm definitely open to adopting, but at the same time, I don't know if I would purposely be a single parent. I definitely don't believe that kids are doomed if they grow up in a single parent household, but I don't know if I would purposely get into a situation like that. There also is that thing of, if you don't have kids, you're cutting off your lineage, and that's definitely something that scares me. And being in my 50s and regretting not having kids, or if I ever get sick whenever I'm old, having to get put in some kind of facility or rest home, and I heard that they were brutal. A lot of lawsuits that I definitely don't want to get caught in the middle of. I might think about that when I get a little older. Maybe my outlook might change. Number 20 is, are you ambitious? And if so, how has the pursuit of ambition affected any aspect of your life? Right now, I would consider myself pretty ambitious. I also recognize that I need to take care of myself. A lot of people let go of their mental stability amid the pursuit of ambition. I just do not see where I'd be willing to risk my physical and mental health just so I could get rich. Number 21 is, are you leaning more towards feeling like your life is just beginning or closer to ending? All throughout high school, I definitely felt like my life was very close to ending. I felt like there was just no point in doing anything after your teen years, and I put my teen years on such a pedestal, especially realizing that I can't really go back to those years anymore. I'm trying to think about how much things are already changing and how much things are getting better. There's people in their 80s running half marathons, people in their 50s that are getting their degrees. So even if you're 70, you can be on this earth for 50 more years. If you're 50, you could have 80 more years left, or you could die tomorrow. I am really soaking in every living moment that I have. I'm really feeling like I'm just beginning, to be honest. 22 is, what has your average screen time been? The months of 2022, it's been in that 3 to 4 hour range. Number 23 is, what is the most hurt that a person has caused you? Number 24 is, have you had an unexpected encounter with somebody who has significantly helped you in life? The first time that I went on a flight by myself, there was a woman who offered to help me throughout the flight. She offered to sit with me and help me navigate the process. And I was thinking, what are the odds of this woman being at the exact same flight as me, going to the exact same state as me, who would be generous enough to offer to help me? And she talked about how important it was to stay connected with family and how important it was just to trust God. It was a God moment. The last question that I have is, are you honestly happy and satisfied with where you are in life? Oh my gosh, what? Nothing wrong is really going on. I really feel like I'm becoming the person that I was meant to be. I'm going outside every day. I'm exercising. There's that fear of, what if everything goes to crap? There's that notion of life isn't perfect. Things have to go wrong eventually. That's where the root of my fear comes in. But overall, I would say that I'm really happy. So I hope y'all enjoyed that video and 25-year-old me. I hope you had a fun time reacting to it. I really don't know where you ended up in life, but I hope that you are just as happy as you are right now at 18 years old. Don't do anything that you would regret to earn the approval of others. Be comfortable with who you are. Know that you are unique in your own way. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all soon.